Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Parker.
I'm Bailey.
And today we're doing a Get to Know Us tag.
So we're going to be looking up questions on the internet that say
Because we're
Get
not
to Know
original.
Us tag. You can't come up with anything
Yeah.
and we're going to be answering them.
What is your full name? Okay, my full name is Parker Ellen Jones.
And I'm Bailey Grace Gleaton, so my initials are BGG, and I've always been made fun of that, but it's okay.
And mine's Pedge.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dalton, Georgia.
Born and raised in Dalton, Georgia, born in Hamilton.
What even
Medical
is our Hamilton?
hospital.
Yeah.
When I was really young, and so yeah.
Okay.
Where were you born? We just answered that question. Hamilton. Unless you were born in a car, you could say that.
Yeah. Where did you grow up? We both grew up in Dalton, Georgia, and we're still technically growing up.
The houses, you grew up in your childhood house.
Yes, I grew up in this house right here
I
that we're
grew up
filming
in my house, and then I moved when I was.
She lived right down the street from me, and
but we didn't even know each other.
Yeah,
We'll
we
get into that
didn't know
later.
each other,
And I moved when I was in 6th grade to another neighborhood down the road. Yeah. Hard question. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I actually don't know.
my parents would have named me Holden. I know this. So my name's Parker, so I kind of have like a mixed gender name. But they wanted to name me Holden if I were a boy.
Okay, so my name's Bailey, and of course that's a mixed gender name too. It can be boy or girl, but my parents never told me if they wanted a boy. They always wanted girls. I'm pretty sure
I
my
don't
dad
know what
wanted a
my
boy.
parents wanted.
So honestly, I'm pretty sure, maybe, I'm just guessing, they would have been fine with saying Bailey too, because it makes sense.
Okay, here's one. It's not on here, but how did we meet and how did we become friends? Like, what's the background behind our
So as
friendship?
you know, we lived close to each other.
We did.
And she went to
But
Brooklyn.
we didn't, like, okay, I went to Brookwood,
And I
which is
went
right
to
down the corner.
Westwood.
She went to Westwood.
And we both went to the middle school, but we still weren't
But
friends.
see, I was on Team C. At our middle school, there were, like, different teams.
Team R, Team S, Team C.
DMSCR.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was on Team C, and she was on Team...
I was mixed team. I was on Team
Yeah,
C, R, and D.
So we never had any classes together except for 8th grade. We had 8th period together. So 8th grade was when we kind of, like, became friends.
And
Because, funny story, she started sitting at our lunch table for reasons that we're just not going to get into.
very, very bad reasons.
So
everything's fine now.
Yeah. And honestly, it turned out for the better because I got a pretty great friend.
But there's this dance, and it's called Portal at our middle school.
How does this come into play?
Because that's when we got to know each other.
Yes, okay, so
We
it's like
all
spring
went
formal.
as a friend group, and we really got to know each other. That's when me and Parker we still didn't hit it off though. Like, we still weren't best friends.
We were just friends. Like, we just had this friend group, and I was best friends with another girl that I'm not friends with anymore. But that's
I
another
think I know that. But it's okay.
topic.
So anyways, I was 3. And so there was a snow day. We were having so much fun. We got out of school, and we built a snowman. We put the carrot on its nose. All of a sudden, the carrot fell off and broke. I broke down into a mental meltdown. I don't know what happened. I got really like, no, I'm sorry. And I was really sad because the carrot nose broke off. I was really angry. So I started crying, and then my sister started laughing at me, and I cried even more because I was like, Mom, she's laughing at me. That's my favorite childhood memory because I go back to that memory, and I laugh. I'm like, why would I cry over a carrot? I eat them now. Imagine if I picked the carrot up and ate it. What would I have done if I did that? Okay, so what is your favorite type of clothing? Oh my goodness.
Pajamas. No, scratch that. I hate pajamas.
Scrunchies.
That's not clothing.
I guess shirts.
This shirt. Like, if you know me, I wear this shirt all the time. Like, literally, great shirt to do our first video in. I wear this shirt all the time. It's from Old Navy. Don't know when I got it. It's really old.
I guess t-shirts, all my t-shirts. I play soccer, so I have a bunch of t-shirts from those tournaments I went to and stuff. What is your favorite way to pass time? Making YouTube videos.
Sleeping.
What is your favorite candle scent?
Okay, probably peach.
Mine is apple pumpkin apple. Yeah, that's it.
explain the story of your first cuss word. I have a great one for this. Do you know it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. So, my cats. We used to have 2 cats, and they would pee on the floor.
Oh, I thought it was the simile.
No. You haven't heard this. Okay, so we used to have 2 cats, and they both passed, unfortunately. No. Okay, so they both pee on the floor sometimes. And so my mom had a pretty dirty mouth until she knew that I was picking up on it. I was like a toddler. And so every time a cat would pee, she would go, oh, shh, S, star, star, star. And one day, the cat had pee on the floor. I walk into the house. I go, oh, shh. That was my first cuss word.
Okay, so...
And I'm proud of it.
My first cuss word, I'm actually proud of myself. I never said a cuss word when I was little. I was well behaved. But last year, my sister could drive. She would drive me around. And of course, you know, music these days are kind of like we have words in them. My first cuss word was F. F. Star, star, star. And so, there's a bad word of frick. So we both had a song, and I was just jamming out. And usually I mouthed them, but like I was like, oh, I'm in the groove, and I said, oh, frick. And my sister like literally looked at me, and she was like, what did you just say? And I said what was in the song. And she's like, you do not say that. So that was my first ever, and like now I still do that. Guilty. Okay, what was your favorite TV show when you were little? You get the best of the world.
Y'all wanna know?
Charlie, don't take it slow.
Okay, shut up.
Hannah Montana, if no one count that.
Okay, I never watched Hannah Montana until little. Do you remember Wow Wow Wubsy?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. I don't know if that's PBS or what, but like I know I watched PBS, but like Wow Wow Wubsy. None of y'all probably don't know what that is.
I also
we'll try to put
iCarly.
in like a little picture of him like right there.
iCarly was great.
Somewhere.
What was the biggest impact on your life that changed you negatively or positively? I have one that changed me both.
Your biggest impact? The biggest impact?
I have both. There's one thing that changed it for both.
Okay,
so
I got one.
My long story. My dad's dad, which would be my grandfather, died when he was 49 to colon cancer. So I never knew my real grandfather, but my grandmother remarried, and so we called David Pappy. And so that was the only grandfather I knew, other than my other one on the other side of the family. But that was the only real one that I knew, but I guess he was like kind of a step-grandfather, you know? And so, last March, he was sitting in his chair, and we don't live close by, but we had to go to the hospital because he got a heart attack. And his brain was without oxygen for 8 minutes, and they saved him, but he was in ICU for a few days, and then they declared him brain dead. So that impacted me negatively because he was so nice, and I loved him. He's my grandfather, and that impacted me really negatively. But I found out the good. I found out that everyone's life is precious, and you can't spend time. Well, you know, gotta get to eat some time, and you can't spend time just waiting around on that person because they might not be here when you get back. So yeah, positive and negative.
Yeah, I have nothing that can top that, so I'm just not even gonna try.
Thanks for watching, and catch us next Friday for our next video.
Yes, and if you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button down below, hit the thumbs up button, and leave a comment. Question of the day. We're gonna do a question of the day. So, today's question of the day is, what is your favorite color?
I like yellow because it represents sun and sunlight and happiness.
Mint green.
Okay, well, thanks for watching.
Bye!